Hey, what's going on? I was about to do a Dreadlocks intro. Hey, in today's video, I'm going to be reacting to people shaving off their dreadlocks. And we know what happened last time I was reacting to people shaving off their dreadlocks. I ended up cutting off my dreadlocks as well. So we're hoping this doesn't take a toll on me. And to be honest, I don't want to cut my dreadlocks off. I really like my dreadlocks right now. I'm excited to see where they go. I'm almost at the year mark of growing out my hair. And then obviously almost at the year mark of actually having dreadlocks. So I'm really excited for that. Before we get into it, if you want to get any dreadlock products, make sure to go to DREADLOCKS.com. And we have some really awesome stuff coming real soon. But all the products on there are really great. And we also have some really good content on there as well. I just had to do a shameless plug, guys. I mean, come on. But hopefully you guys are ready. Give this video a thumbs up. And I haven't done a reaction video in so long, so let's get into it. All right, guys, so the first video is from a lady called Claudette May. And it looks like she has some really long dreadlocks. And guys, I understand that feeling of wanting to get rid of your dreadlocks, especially when you had them for so long. You just want something new. And it's not necessarily that you want to get rid of your dreadlocks, it's that you want to try something new. For anybody out there who wants to get rid of their dreadlocks, I keep saying it, I said it like 3 times already, just try something new. Try a different hairstyle. You know, if you have a full set of dreadlocks, try getting a high top fade, try getting a taper fade, try doing lineups, box braids, 2-strand twists, all kinds of things. You can try so many different things. This lady does have traditional dreadlocks. They almost look like, I don't know, they're almost too perfect. They look interlocked or braid locks or something. I don't know any background story on this, but based on the looks of it, it looks almost interlocked or crochet hooked. I don't know. They're extremely well maintained though. That's really awesome. All right, so here we go. The first cut. Once you make that first cut, you're just like, all right, I'm ready for these to be out. I'm ready to be done. Starting at the back. She has quite a bit of new growth, but geez, man, look how well maintained her hair looks. So she's cutting it at the end of the new growth, which is really smart. If you plan on cutting out your hair, you don't have to cut the whole thing. You could just cut to the point of to where you can either comb out the rest or just cut at the end of your new growth. Some people will actually shave their head, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, we're watching a couple of videos today that someone's actually shaving their head. There's the first one. That's always the initial reaction. Every video I watch of these, it's just the same thing. And I remember when I cut my dreadlocks, it was the same exact thing as well. But guys, for me, I always like to watch the first cut, and then I like to see what it looks like, or their reaction rather, at the very end of cutting off their dreadlocks. So we'll see her cut a few more. And she still has some pretty good length after cutting them. I feel like she could have probably preserved more length, but I'll tell you why she's probably not able to. Is because of how well maintained her dreadlocks actually are. Like, look at the tips, they're very well put together. And there's just a perfect, you know, they just look perfect all the way around, in my opinion. Well, that was quick. It didn't even show much. I feel like it would have been nice to watch the whole thing, but looks good. Looks really good. One thing I have noticed, though, is when people, you know, want to do a transition or change something, and then they end up doing it, it usually turns out good. And that's just a sign for you. The moment you feel like something needs to change or something needs to be different, and you make that difference, you'll realize, like, whoa, this actually helped a whole lot. And not necessarily built my confidence or, you know, something that deep. I guess we can take it that deep. You know, there's some times that you might want to do something because it, you know, helps you feel a little bit more secure. But guys, we got to see more of these cuts. All right, guys, we got some straight hair dreadlocks right here. This lady is Rebecca Sisson. Really cool set of locks. I wanted to do some diversity in this video. One thing about me and you know about DREADLOCKS.com is the whole brand is indiscriminate locks. The whole reason for that is because I don't want to put out products, or I don't want to promote products that are discriminate, that to where only, you know, African American people can use it, or only people with this textured hair can use it, or only, you know, straight haired people can use this. I want to be as indiscriminate as possible, just because I feel like that's really important, and it helps us to, I don't know, be more unified, but diverse at the same time, obviously. But let's see what this looks like. Let's look at her dreadlocks first off. We see that her dreadlocks are obviously well put together as well. One thing I really like about her dreadlocks, and I always encourage people with straight hair to do this, is she has kind of a, I don't want to say frizzy roots because they're not frizzy, but she has loose roots. Loose roots and loose tips, I feel like, make the dreadlocks look a little bit more suitable. And I feel like that's the best word to actually use. they look more suitable when the ends and the roots are loose, because she does have a straight hair type. And in my opinion, I think it just looks better. But it is my opinion, obviously. If you want to do your dreadlocks differently, one thing you will notice about, straight hair dreadlocks, you have to create bigger sections. With bigger sections means that a lot of the time more scalp is going to be showing if you were to maintain all the way down to the root. But like I said, it is personal preference. One thing we can notice as well on here is I believe she has dreadlock extensions in there. And this is, I would say, found more often in straighter hairs and obviously females as well. Just because extensions are more, I would say suitable again for obviously females. It doesn't mean that if you're a male you can't get them, but I would say you mostly see it with females, and I think we can all agree on that. So it looks like she's going to be cutting her dreadlocks off with scissors and then going in and actually shaving them off completely. Oh yeah, the title says full buzz cut. So, and I think a lot of the times people go straight into a full buzz cut because they want that full transformation. They want like a full restart. For me, that would be tough for me to go directly into a buzz cut. I feel like that'd be just hard for me. So there we go, the first one. And guys, I'm telling you, it's that same reaction. It's always like excitement and then also like, what am I doing? Or almost like a doubt. I mean, I've never seen anybody cut their hair and then they doubt it. Typically because they want to cut it so much more than the doubt allows, or you allow the doubt to come up. But another thing I want to attach to that as well, with straight hair dreadlocks, you have to maintain it yourself in order for them to actually become dreadlocks. Now, of course, people say you can't freeform straight hair, and you actually can. I'm gonna use that word again, it's not as suitable because it's harder for the hair to lock up. It takes a little bit more time. The hair's not curly, so it doesn't have anything to really grab on. The hair is not as thick because it's straight. Not saying that, your hair coming off the scalp isn't thick. I'm saying that with it being straight, it doesn't bunch up as easy. So we're on the last dreadlock right here. So yeah, I mean, at this point, she could have obviously just evened everything out, but she wants to actually do a buzz cut, which I think is going to look really good. She's not going all the way to the scalp, at least not yet. And I want to tell you guys, like I was saying about the straight hair, with you having to maintain it all the time in order for it to create dreadlocks, or actually start, or I would say you have to use a method regardless to create the dreadlocks. Now, one thing I do want to point out really quick so that people don't know or don't think I'm joking when it comes to my hairline. If we look at her hairline, she has a high side as well. And everybody has this. Everybody has a long side and a short side on their face and on their hairline. And because not everybody's symmetrical, and to be honest, if everybody's head was, or if everyone's face and head and body was perfectly symmetrical, it would actually look weird. I know that sounds weird or crazy, but it's actually true. So everyone has a long side and a short side. I want to say that really quick. When it comes to the straight hair, like I said, you have to maintain it all the time, or like I said, you have to actually maintain it to get them, like say you're using crochet hooking. The good thing about that is it's not as tight of a bond as if you were to freeform the hair, because when the hair naturally locks up, it becomes a tighter lock. But on the flip side of her maintaining it, you can comb it out a whole lot easier. That's the benefit of actually using a crochet hook, because if you want to reverse the effects, say you create dreadlocks using a crochet hook, you can comb them out a little bit easier because you maintained it and manipulated your hair to get it the way that it is. Yeah, it's a little side note for you. If you got it, doing twisting with gel has a tighter hold in the long run, but that's like 2 to 5 years down the line. But when it comes to crochet hooking, you get an instant lock, and then it's easier to comb them out sooner if that's what you chose to do. But you guys, I think it turned out really great the way you look. But you guys, that's today's video. Hopefully you really enjoyed today's video. If you want me to do more reaction videos, make sure to comment down below, and I can obviously react to other things. If you see something cool on Instagram or YouTube, make sure to DM me and say, hey, you should react to this because it's really cool. And I'll definitely do a video on it. But I don't want to make these if you guys don't want to watch them. If you want to see more hair tutorials, I can definitely do that. I just realized something. I just left my hairline all kind of jacked up for today's video, but that just goes to show, you don't have to put a whole bunch of attention and detail to your hair, because then it can get taxing on yourself, and it can get really repetitive and redundant, and then it makes you resent your hair and it makes you want to cut it. And I'm not saying that's what these people went through, but that's what really can happen. You always want to stay in a state of being able to love yourself, because if you can't love yourself and love everything about you, it's hard for you to love others. There's another deep thing for you guys today. But hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to go check out DREADLOCks.com for any dreadlock tools that you need. If you're making dreadlocks, make sure to get yourself some tools that will help make your dreadlocks the way that you want them to, or if you're a loctician. We do have a loctician promo code for anybody who's a loctician, and it sets you up for a lower price on all the products on DREADLOCks.com. So if you are, make sure to contact DREADLOCks.com via the website, and we hook you guys up with great deals. But you guys, other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys do have an amazing day. Matter of fact, have a great day. Peace and God bless.